Greetings everybody, this is me Prezi and welcome back to the 8th episode of Agrarian Skies. Last episode we worked on extending our oil production facility that you can see right in the background, and we added a second pulverizer as well as a second autonomous activator. And also last episode we did a bit of questing, and next to the questing we also installed this somewhat basic dirt production system that is using the zombie flash dropped by those zombies in here. And sometimes I still have to kill them manually because I don't have anything installed to kill them automatically for me yet. That's something we're gonna do today. As well as some more stuff. For example, I want to finally get my rubber tree seed, and since I told you already last episode that there are several ways, let me quickly take a look at that. So first of all, this is the probably most common way to get one, just by sieving dirt, and you get one of those rubber tree seeds added by Nilo. Another way would be to craft a normal sapling, any kind of sapling, with any kind of slime ball that's registered in the ore dictionary. And one of them that already some of you mentioned in the comments are the coagulated slime blood. This would be one way, which is also registered as slime ball. But I have to say I'm not gonna go that route because I'll show you in a second as soon as I'm up there. So I can actually show you, because up there's my smeltery, and that's basically the way how you get blood. It's a pretty tedious process in my opinion, since you need, if I'll open up the NEI thing again, you need exactly 160 millibuckets of blood. And just to show you how to get blood, so you need any kind of liquid inside your smeltery, and then you just need to jump into your smeltery, and you get ever so often 2.5 hearts of damage. As you can see, I got damaged twice, got 5 hearts less, and there we go, 10 millibuckets of blood. So each time you get damage, you get 5.5 hearts damage, and you give away half a bucket, not half a bucket, 5 millibuckets of blood, and you need 160, so you would need to stand in there quite a while to get the 160 millibuckets that you need. And since that's a pretty long-lasting task and probably takes ages, I'm not gonna go that route. Also, I'll quickly set up a somewhat basic sugarcane farm with only one grass block. And since I'm on it already, I can show you something also very useful, especially for Agrarian Skies for the beginning. And that is... wait, do I have everything? 5 of those. That's quickly placed on a crafting station. And I need a few of those bowls. Then put the stone into the crafting grid like this, and there's a watering can. There are basically 2 kinds of it. One of them is the peaceful mode only, which is deactivated, so I can't take it as you can see, so I need to add a bone meal up there, which is the normal watering can. This is still empty, so what I need to do now is right click a block of water with it, so it's getting filled up, and then I can basically right click stuff with it or hold down the right mouse button. As you can see, those particles appear, and now the watering can works in a 3x3 area around it, and there it speeds up the growth ticks drastically. As you could see, that sugarcane grew pretty quick, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wait until I have a few more of those sugarcane, and then we'll see us back again. I need 5 in total for a punji stick, so I'll do that. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna just smelt that stuff and wait for this thing to grow, and then we'll see us again in a bit. Okay, this worked out. We got the 5 sugarcane that we wanted to have, and I also need to quickly eat something because I'm about to starve, and for that we are actually going to work on something else right away, so I'm gonna grab a few stacks of wood that I don't really need. Also, I'm just gonna put away the stuff that I don't need at all, for example the watering can or the bowls, something that I don't want. We're gonna continue on the steam engine and steam dynamo in a bit, but before that I want to do two things. At first I want to get the squid farm going, want to add something to it so it's no more manual kill mode. Well, I have to kill the squids manually at the moment, so want to get rid of that fact. Also, I'm going to make myself a punji stick, or 5 of them in total. And now I just need to kill those zombies in there, because what's going to happen now is I want to place down a punji stick right here, and then we can put those blocks back in on the spot where they have been before, and put another block over here. So the punji stick, I could actually show it you myself, but I don't want to die, nor do I want to risk it. Gives you some effects as well as damage, so negative effects of course, so it's actually quite effective. Also, I might want to put the rotten flesh in there, so we're going to produce more dirt. Okay, that's done. Next thing on my list is okay, can't grab any lava. That's unfortunate, because I want to rotate that igneous extruder, but I know for sure that I have a bucket of lava up there still in my crucible, so I'm gonna grab that later on, but not now. Now I want to do something else that I mentioned before already, and that is adding something to the squid farm. So what I want to get is basically quite a few of sticks, actually a few more still, and then a bunch of wood. I hope that's not too much. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is the following. I'm gonna stick those signs on the side of the blocks here, and for this one over here, since we don't have a block next to this water source, I'm gonna do something like this, and I'm gonna handle all the water sources inside of this squid battery, as I like to call it, just like this. So I'm gonna block off the water so I have air to breathe down here, and then we'll see this again in a second. And I'm back. Just need to eat something, but I don't have anything on me, so let's kill the squid and hope we get a tiny little bit of food, because otherwise I'm going to starve in any second, and that's something we want to avoid. But as you can see, squids are dying now because they don't have anything to breathe in. And just to quickly take a look at spawnable spaces, I can place torches just like this, so no spawns are possible anymore, and the squids will now spawn up there, fall down here because they can't swim up because of all the blocks surrounding each water block. So each water source or each water block has a solid block next to it, so the stream downwards is stronger than the squids can swim upwards. So squids will fall down here, or swim down here, and then drop down here onto the dry ground and die. And that's exactly what we want. Later on, I want, of course, to collect the squid somewhere in a central location and kill them with an inverspike to also be able to collect the raw calamari, but that's something that has to wait for a future episode because I don't have invar spikes yet. And I don't want to waste all my current supplies to make one of those. Also, I quickly want to grab the cooked calamari that I made up there a bit before, so yeah, quickly gonna do that. And those chickens, I could actually kill them, I don't need them anymore. So there we go, got that. Quickly gonna grab one. Actually, let's leave those punji sticks here, I don't need those. Next thing I want to do is fill my inventory up with stone. And of course completely. Then that stuff can despawn, don't need that. But instead of that I need a bit of torches, quite a bit of torches. And you are gonna die. Next to the torches I need some some item ducts. Oh, of course, I don't need those signs either. Yeah, sorry for the inventory management on camera. So there we go, got some item ducts. But in total I'm only going to need one item duct, so there we go. My plan now is to get the rubber seed. Wait, last thing, before I forget it. Again, the lava bucket. There should be still enough lava in there, and yes, there is. So my plan was basically to get a rubber tree this episode. And since making one of those coagulated blood thingies, it takes way too long, and there are probably easier ways to do it. I want to actually go one of those ways, and that would be by making a slime farm. So that's pretty much completely automatic. I don't need to do anything for it except for building it. And afterwards I can just AFK and wait for slime balls to collect. So that's something we're gonna do this episode. But before, let me quickly change something else up, and that would be this igneous extruder. I want to rotate it by 90 degrees so it doesn't change. I want to set those two outputs up as they were before, so just like this. Everything should continue working, but I also want to have this output on the left hand side here on the red, so it outputs cobblestone. And now I'll place down one more item duct and set the upper block face of the pulverizer up to accept items, and now this thing should fill up with dust as well. And of course we can put gravel in there to get some other stuff as well. And you I like how the Endermen don't teleport away, because out of reasons, I don't know. And here, since I have enough wood, I'm just gonna make a second chest and transfer all the items over. Also, one cool feature about the crafting station, if there's any inventory nearby, it's just gonna display it on the side. And there we go. Second chest. So I'll quickly do that. What? I could actually use a dolly, but no, I'm not gonna do that now. This is probably almost as quick, since it's not a whole lot of resources that I have at the moment. So gonna do that, and right after that we're gonna start working on the slime farm. Don't know what there happened, sorry. So, also cool thing is those ancient spores. I have 2 of them. They're going to be handy in a future episode because those are used to create mycelium. And since we need quite a bit of mycelium, I'm probably already set for that as well. Hey, Enderman. Oh, come on, he's not even low on health. So, what I want to do now is prepare some stone bricks, because we're gonna start building the Squid, slime farm now. And for that we wanna go down a few blocks to about Y level 2, so let's see. There. Just about there. Yep, that should work out. Okay, we're actually on Y level 1, which is even better. So I can now actually use Opus, or the map writer tool, and take the slime overlay, and just for information, I want to go about 60 blocks away from the center of my area, which is about minus 1092 and 1471, because I want to use a magnum torch. I want to place a magnum torch in the center of my base in the future, so I don't need to worry about lighting stuff up. And this torch, as you can see, will prevent every mob from spawning within a 64 block radius regardless of light level, so that's a pretty handy thing, pretty useful. So what I want to do is build out about 60 blocks. And yes, I didn't do that with my normal mob farm because in the future I won't need to care about those mobs spawning inside there anymore, because of course there are auto spawners and other ways to spawn mobs. And for that I can actually ignore the magnum torch, but it's always handy to be able to not need to light something up. But still, I will of course try and light up everything, because otherwise you probably won't see enough, so I'll still try my best to light everything up. Don't worry about that. But now I'm actually gonna skip this and make some sort of time lapse out of it, so see you in a second. And I'm back. As you can see, I got a somewhat basic farm going, so not farm but platform actually, which if you look at the minimap contains the chunk itself, which goes up to here, from here to here. And quickly, let's place the torch down there again. To here. And to here. So got a free wide, I'd say, walkway around it, where I can basically place down my slime channels or slime transportation thingies there to transport the slimes to a central location later on. And up here I'm probably just going to make the how's it called again, the spawning grounds, the spawning blocks, I don't know how to say it, a few blocks higher, so probably up to here, So they drop down into this channel and get transported away. But I don't know if you saw it, but while I was building this thing here, back there on this slime chunk, oh, right away there, yeah, they spawned, and one of them jumped to me, so I'm gonna kill that sucker now. Let's hope we get a few slime balls. Ah, there we go. Apparently killing them with the axe doesn't let them drop anything. We get 3 slime balls, that's more than enough to get my slimy saplings, so... not slimy saplings, but... you know, rubber saplings. Also, I want to take this thing with me again. So... also build the wall around this thing here, so... anytime slime spawns, he will not be able to jump off the platform. And I can come here later on, after a few of them have accumulated, and I can kill them manually. At least for now. But now let's go back to our platform. I'm gonna finish a few more quests, since now I'm able to do so, and then I'm probably going to end the episode already, because I'm today also having a lack of time because of school. Got my hopefully last finals test tomorrow, for which I want to learn a bit. So, yeah. It has a higher priority. Sorry guys, school is more important, at least at the moment. And yes. So I'm gonna go up there now. Quickly wanna show you how the squid farm is doing, because we installed those signs before. So there should be plenty of drops lying around on the ground that we can collect without having to kill a single squid. And yes, indeed, there is loads of stuff. Let's see how much we get just by collecting everything. Yeah, that's plenty. It's a few stacks of raw squid. Not a single calamari, so it turns out that this is a rare drop from squid, so I have to kill squids manually. Or by using something called inverse spike, as I said before. Oh wait, actually, I want to at least grab every raw squid so I have enough food for later on. Also got the redstone now in the inventory, so I'm gonna go up there, craft that steam dynamo, get some quest rewards, make the rubber sapling, chop down a tree or two so I can get my rubber, and then we're going to end the episode here. So, to begin with, steam dynamo. Done. Let's quickly eat this. So, now I can claim the reward, pick the complete right reward, further right reward back. So we get a few more of those hearts, and also this reward here, the pulverizer one, gave us a diamond hammer with fortune 3. And yes, this works on the broken ore, gravel, so that's gonna be quite handy. And quickly, I just want to empty my inventory. At least I want to get rid of everything that I don't need for now, so this should be okay. Also, I want to grab at least a single sapling and make the rubber sapling. And now let's at first get the good reward back. 12 angel blocks, those are pretty useful. You can place them without having the need of block next to it, so you can pretty much place them in the air. And as you can see, they're instantly breakable, so I left click and they're broken, and they end up in my inventory. And now the other reward bag, just some juice. Probably not the nicest thing, but okay, it's food. So what I'm gonna do now is just gonna chop down this tree here. Might as well get another crook, but I mean, I don't really need one since I have the current crook, which should still be more than enough for the rubber tree that we're gonna place in a second or two. I just want to get rid of all the leaves, so we're not gonna waste anything. And then I'll grab bone meal, and yes, I know I got the watering can. I could also use that, but why should I? Got plenty of bone meal. I just couldn't use the bone meal on the sugarcane before, so I had to use a watering can. And there we got a new sapling. And the special thing about this rubber tree is every block you break, or every wood block you break drops a raw rubber thing, and we need a bit of that. So let's replant the tree, and we need that for exactly one reason, and that is if you process that stuff with a furnace, you get the rubber bar. If you further process it, you get the raw plastic, and that's what we need to finish one more quest over here, which is the plastic sheet one. And that's stuff we need for pretty much every block added by Mindfactory Reloaded, and JadedCat changed quite a few recipes, so we need it for pretty much everything. And I'm gonna grab myself 3 more so that one block of piece of coal isn't wasted, or yeah, wasted. There we go. Got 4 rubber, and you know what? I'm quickly going to craft a second furnace because I can, and I'll place it down right up there and fuel it with a bit more coal. And I can actually already put the rest of the rubber bars inside of this thing. So now I only have to wait for the last 3 raw plastic, and then we're pretty much done for this episode. I'm hoping that this is not too long. Haven't edited it yet, but if so, I'm sorry. If it's quite short, I'm sorry as well, but as I said before, got the last finals test tomorrow on Tuesday. Probably today for you guys. When this video is uploaded, it's probably already over. But furthermore, this should be good now. Got the raw plastic. I don't even have to send it in. That's nice. I hand it in. Can claim the reward. Make myself a new full heart, which ends up to have added to my other 6 lives, so I have 7 total now. And there I got a good reward bag. Got 64 limestone, which is pretty much useless because this is stuff added by Mariculture, and as I said before, I didn't really take a look at it yet. But there seems to be some nice uses towards it, because I can make quicklime, which makes magnesium dust, so that's probably pretty useful because I need that to make titanium, if I remember correctly. Molten magnesium, yeah, molten titanium. I needed to make titanium, so that's gonna be pretty useful in the future. But still, as you can see, you get it quite often when you sieve sand. So it's okay, but not great. Let's say it like this. But other than that, we got some rubber saplings. We got everything we need. If you hope you liked the video, guys. If you did, please tell me what you liked about it. If you didn't like it, of course, also mention what you didn't like about it. Only if you say what you didn't like, I can change things. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. And as always, see you next time. Bye bye.